Hello, beautiful, beautiful Earth angels. Welcome back to a daily dose of love. Timeline shift, different location to normal, and I got a little microphone. There's just a lot of timeline shifting energy in the collective right now, so a lot may be changing for you, or you may be noticing some significant differences to your routine or your normals or something like that. We're going to be pulling you a card from the Golden Journey Pocket Tarot and seeing what message we want to channel through, what information we can start tapping into. We have the Page of Pentacles coming out with these two rabbits. White rabbits could be significant for you, or rabbits in general. You could be a rabbit in Chinese astrology, or you could have been seeing rabbits as a synchronicity. You notice how these rabbits are made out of roots? This is about following the rabbit hole, going into the roots. This is about the roots, the deeper beneath the surface, and the interconnected rabbit holes and warrens that weave together that create all of these deep matrices, which is interesting because Page of Pentacles is about plans, it's about conceptualizing, it's about holding potential. And so that's very interesting. Let's clarify this Page of Pentacles. We have the Ten of Swords coming out. The Ten of Swords is normally depictive of transitions. It's normally depictive of sometimes ego deaths or deaths and rebirths. It's about letting go and learning to surrender. And it's about finding peace in letting go. I feel like it's kind of weird because there's this transitional energy here of so much new potential, so many new plans, or so much new potential of direction. But that's followed by a letting go or letting something go or a surrender. With the Page of Pentacles, I see a lot of you going through this energy of like release, surrender, letting go, and almost starting like a new slate or a new chapter, or there's like emotionally and mentally been weight been released off you, but then you're also in the same time focused in this other area. These feel like two separate energies. This feels like there's something happening behind the scenes in the background, emotionally or mentally, to do with this Ten of Swords, which is all about learning to surrender, letting go, or processing any grief or any concerns we have come up within our soul or within our subconscious. Why this feels different is because it feels like the Ten of Swords, you've been processing things within your soul, your subconscious, letting go of certain things or letting go of the past or certain situations right now, or having to process and, come to that peaceful space inside of yourself as you process, because the things you're letting go, that can be hard sometimes. I mean, the Ten of Swords is never always an easy energy. It's one that comes with freedom and lightness and liberation, but it's normally also met with this challenge for us to be able to accept certain harsher energies or bittersweet energies of life. And in the same way, this happening in the background, you seem to have another piece of your awareness tuned into this Page of Pentacles energy. Now, this Page of energy is so in one area of your life, you're very respectfully, peacefully laying to rest and maybe tying up loose ends, but laying to rest certain things, accepting certain things from the past, accepting what is. And that seems to be happening in the background. I don't know if there's something you dealt with in the recent past, or it doesn't matter when in the past. Time is non-linear. Emotionally is what matters. And it feels like there's something that, like a loss or some sort of um, gentle acceptance you had to bring to a particular piece of your life, whether that was a breakup, whether that was, something crumbling, whether that was something passing away. This could have been um, any of those energies, but it seems like aside from this, there's a different aspect of yourself that's connected to your 3D reality and world and your pursuits and endeavors. That is the practical side that says, okay, this is what I've been experiencing in my soul journey, but what am I doing in my physical journey? I have these plans, I have these ideas, I have all this potential. I feel like this is weird because the Page of Pentacles came out first and then the Ten of Swords, but it feels like they should be the other way around. And it feels like we go through these transitional points in time where we do go through like endings, or something or other like that, big life changes, but then it kind of opens the space to enter a new chapter where you start planning something or conceptualizing something new. But why this is interesting is because they've come out that way around. I want to go back to this other aspect of your life. Now, there could be something you're working on right now, a project or a plan that you're getting together, or something you're conceptualizing or working towards, or trying to find your feet within. Again, this could be a new pursuit, a new endeavor. And it feels like one is connected to each, even though they're separate, because it feels like what you've been through in other areas of life has almost opened or cracked you open emotionally to a space where um, you're channeling a lot of the let go energy into a refocusing onto thinking about your path. I also find this interesting because I just started channeling. If any of you have had a pet or a family member or someone close to you pass over in the past year or so, I'm also channeling that through the process of you healing, you've been channeling them and they've been helping you conceptualize. They've been helping you to process, accept, and heal certain things or the situation or what occurred. They, like, by being with you energetically, they're also planting ideas to help you. This feels like for someone I'm tuning into, you had I'm tuning into a couple paths, so take what resonates. There is one particular timeline path I'm tapping into where someone experienced a loss of some kind. Why this is Whoa, sorry, I'm getting more information. You could have had an idea or a dream to do something, and in the idea or having this dream, it's like you could have started planning it or daydreaming or conceptualizing, but you didn't pursue it at the point where this person or this thing passed away. Like you could have been in the middle of it, or still planning it. And then it feels like you gained an angel that started to assist you along a particular path that you had that was a higher fated calling that you'd only just started to acknowledge and realize when this other energy passed out of your life. Now, this doesn't have to be past as in also transition to spirit form. This could be a breakup. This could be you had a business idea or an idea or a pursuit that you had the idea for, but then there was this other parallel path of like a connection or a relationship with someone in your life. And it's like, as you were planning or starting that, you could have found them drop out of your reality, or, you experience this loss. Now, this Page of Pentacles is something that's fated in a higher path for you. It's something that you continue to pursue after this um, occurrence happened, after this loss happened, or after this person left your reality. It seemed like you actually continued along this other path or endeavor or pursuit. Again, maybe that's business. Seems something practical, seems something financial, or something creative, or something in to do with the material realm or work. It's like you were just starting or planning something, and then this happened. And it feels like for those of you who you experienced a loss, um, you feel like they didn't get to see you live out that path, or get to see the potential grow into something. They've actually been assisting you along that particular path. Okay, that particular endeavor, that particular pursuit, they've been assisting you. If this was you went through a breakup or a loss or a job change or something, after you had an idea form, yeah, like a breakup or something, let's clarify that for you because I feel like these were intertwined. If this was a breakup or something, this was like two timeline paths overlapping into one another. This feels like, there's a cycle. If this was a relationship cycle, it was coming up to an ending point whilst your new chapter had started to activate inside of you. So you started to get a idea for like a directional path you wanted to take or pursue in the midst of going through this transitional process of maybe leaving something else behind. This could be a location for some of you as well. This could be, I've started to get a business idea, and in order to pursue that, I'm going to let go of where I'm at. And then only then can I continue pursuing this directional path. But it feels like for those of you, some of you, this is like, okay, to pursue this, I'm going to have to let go of this. For others of you, it feels like, okay, I'm going to pursue this. And then unexpectedly, I've had these other life changes. But you haven't let it stop you. You've continued. Or this idea, if you had to drop this back for a bit whilst you process things, you could be coming back round to this pursuit or idea. And it could be being assisted because it's fated. Um, Very interesting, very interesting. So back connecting to the timeline path, this feels like, yeah, there's a particular path of yours that you're growing, and it seems to, so this could have been intertwined within a particular way. So for those of you who you had like a dream or a vision or something that you wanted to pursue in the future, if you feel like you shared that idea with someone and then they passed, they still work with you on this idea. They still assist you in this path. They still watch over you. If you feel like this was like, oh, I have this idea or I feel this new energy cultivating inside of me, but then you go through harsh life changes, maybe some loss, maybe some endings or some grief or, some transitional energies, it feels like you're seeing that as, wow, you're really shifting into a whole new chapter of yourself and you can tell because things are falling away and new things are also starting at the same time. So there is a lot of shifting, a lot of timeline shifts occurring and happening. Um, can we clarify this Page of Pentacles, please, Spirit? We have Ace of Pentacles, clarifying Page of Pentacles. If you're unfamiliar with tarot, Ace of Pentacles is about new opportunity, brand new beginnings, new seeds that can grow into something, a seed that can grow into a tree full of fruitful abundance where you can harvest the fruits of your labor. This Ace of Pentacles is very powerful and it holds, like the page, a lot of potential. It also tells me that this is something that you could be bestowed upon or gifted upon, or this idea could be, again, something to do with your physical reality, like a business or a location or a house or a place, or yeah, even a house. This could be, or there's something that happened in a transitional point in time, um, but there was newness as well. Or anyway, you guys, it tells me that with the page, this is an archetype card. You're showing up as the page, you're showing up as contemplative, considerate, planning, trying to organize certain things. And so you're acting very aligned with this physical pursuit or endeavor, or this physical thing that's occurring that could be a new timeline path for you, that is wanting to establish, that could be fated for you. So, what else wants to come through for you, beautiful souls? We have the Three of Cups coming out now. This is about support, community, friendship, celebration, but I see it again, support system. With this Ten of Swords as well, with the Three of Cups, there's things intertwined with group dynamics here. Not only group dynamics, but friendship dynamics, intertwined dynamics. This is weird. This is like, this situation, you could either be pursuing a collaborative group project right now, or you could have had some sort of shifts or changes to do with your support system, the people who are around you, maybe your friendship circle. This could also be finding soul tribe or soul tribe aligning with you who are there to support you. For the timeline path of having this as high assistance, you're having this higher assistance by someone. Some of you, this could have been a friend or someone who was on this connecting friendship level with you. They could be assisting you at higher self level, even if they have transitioned to spirit form. If they haven't transitioned to spirit form, this is someone who maybe left your life but has been working with you on a higher self level, still supporting you. You have connections working with you in higher ways of orchestration to do with your fated path of destiny, passion, fulfillment, something you're growing and cultivating for yourself. I also feel like there's friendships or an energy coming through of like talking through things with friends, or especially with that Page of Pentacles with the rabbits with all the roots. This feels like unearthing rooty energy, untangling energy through bouncing of thought. There could be like divinely, like you're in such a divinely guided space of time where it's like you're in an important space of planning or organizing where certain seeds are coming to the conceptualization or the conscious awareness of your mind, like they're coming to the realization space. And so you may be around groups recently or groups of people or a particular person who helps you actually bounce with your thoughts, whether that's about processing the past, processing your emotions, or about expanding on business ideas. You may find yourself expanding and bouncing with ideas in collaboration soon with certain people. There's a lot of moving energies that are separate here that are interconnected, like we've said with that loss or that change, but then also like this other area of being divinely guided or assisted by higher selves or spirit guides, for you to be around the right people and places, for you to bounce in thought or conversation, to have those fated moments of realization. You ever notice like a business path that someone becomes established in that they could create a whole legacy for, that started as an idea, and those ideas can come up in conversation. Those ideas can come up in such a seemingly mundane moment that that idea, once you have it, that Ace of Pentacles, that changes your whole life. So it's like even in the moments around people in our day to day, some fated moments seem very quiet, but they're very impactful in the grand scheme. Like we say, there could be a moment of like you just chatting with friends, having a laugh, and then you say something like, oh, imagine if I just did this. And then it's like you've just unearthed an idea or a realization. And it's like you could look back to that point in the future, like, yeah, little did I know that one seemingly insignificant moment built my whole legacy. Or, you know what I mean? So it's like sometimes fate's woven together in very inconspicuous ways. And I feel like that's what's happening for you right now. There's seeds being planted, there's ideas being spoken, there's connections being spoken through about things, there's emotional cycles being spoke about that are really impactful in the bigger picture of your path, that are leading you into a particular alignment this whole time. And it's in these seemingly insignificant moments where your fate is occurring. So, hopefully, this brought some confirmation, clarity, or anything in any way, shape, or form, a reflection of your higher self, your higher truth. There's a lot of newness you're entering, and there's a lot to grow and expand into. It feels like you're only just beginning, even though you have accomplished so much or been able to move through so much, especially with the Ten of Swords. This is like the end and to the beginning, or the end is only just the beginning. It feels like you were in a space in time, whether this was in recent past, over the past year, or recently. Feels like you were in a space of time where it felt like the beginning and the end all at once, or that it was all the end of something, but it was too such a major beginning as well, major pinnacle life chapter moment points in time. So yeah, I love you guys so much, and I will see and speak to you all in the next reading, beautiful souls. Mwah.